Crips out the cage. Keyway, keyway. Free the Crips out the cage. Keyway, keyway. Free the Crips out the cage. Keyway. Free the Crips out the cage. Keyway, keyway. Free the Crips out the cage.
Nip Hustle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
What it do, Google gang? We all know Brother Blake, Byron Blake, that is what Ho No 100 and his crew actually claim to be. He is the official exposer out here in these YouTube streets, and he has exposed to a great extent a lot of fraudulent activity by these content creators, namely 1090 Jake the Fake Snake, and Setty Nasty Nash, Wacko No 100, the list goes on. So when I saw this title, that I noticed though that Blake is a pretty big Young Thug fan. That's neither here nor there for the sake of this conversation. I saw a title where it says that old Ceddy was going at Young Thug's father and kids. I'm like, huh? I had to check it out and see what Brother Blake was talking about. So with no further ado, let's see what he say Ceddy has been up to. So, Cedric.
I told y'all, the more you let these guys talk, the more they ramble on, and the more they start saying stuff that they probably don't want to say. Now, the cop calling Crip is in an uproar right now because people are recognizing him as exactly what he is, the cop calling Crip. This whole fiasco with Young Thug has been built around things that people from Young Thug's circle are saying about Setty Nash. What I think Ceddy is missing is he crossed the line of being just a reporter when he started actually hanging with YSL Woody and coming in trying to tell us that Woody isn't a snitch. He even went so far as to say Young Thug told Woody to go in the interrogation room and tell the police those things. Considering that Young Thug has now spoken out and said that is a lie, we see that what Ceddy was doing is not journalism. He was making up stories for attention. He was clickbaiting for attention. And in the same process, he was trying to get the attention of Young Thug and his circle. Hey, can you guys give me an interview? I got some maybe he was thinking that if he put the wrong information out, they would be desperate for the right information to come out. And so they would come talk to him. You know that little strategy they be using, the one.
Sound like that make a whole lot of sense for that think they slick.
Jake used on 100K track, call him a snitch. He come back, try to clear his name. He tried it with Kodak Black too. Call Kodak Black a snitch. Then say, hey, well, if you want to do an interview, we can do it. And Kodak Black said, no, sir. So I believe Ceddy was trying to do that same type of strategy and it backfired. Now, the cop calling Crip would have us believe that these guys targeted him and he's just defending himself. But as I said, hanging with Woody, lying on Thug, saying that Thug told Woody to say these things is the exact reason why Young Thug's father said this.
The day more?
That's retaliation.
She's saying there's a YouTube video of Setty Nash saying that he released the audio calls from jail. Is this true?
And he probably did because he worked for them. He probably did. He worked for them. He worked for the system.
Apparently, this comment upset the cop calling Crip. What I don't understand is why would you get upset at this comment when you have publicly shown us that you are actively working with people who are working for the prosecution? Not just afterwards, but during the trial process. This guy was getting ready to go on the stand and testify about this situation, and you were sitting down with him acting like he never went in the interrogation room and talked to the police for hours.
Yeah, I got his head, y'all.
Look, we got Miss Sylvia in the building.
That's the most suckerish scene, sitting there with that's crazy, trying to have all that real true on. Man, just stay on that side, the sucker side. What are you doing?
Sylvia, tell me what, subscribe, right?
Share, subscribe. Infamous Sylvia.
Even going so far as to take it beyond the courtroom and actually hang with Woody on a personal level in the streets of Los Angeles. Of course, if you ask me, I'm going to tell you that this was all for clout purposes. This was strictly to get next to Woody so he could have some insight into this YSL case, get a chance to cover this case, get a lot of views.
Same exact play, hold no honey run. He don't give he did the same thing with Takuchi.
Get a little bag and hope that he could slither his way up to Young Thug, maybe get a Young Thug interview or even a mention. But I feel like he damaged any chances he had of that when he got confronted about Woody being a witness. And instead of just saying, hey, I'm hanging with him, I'm trying to get involved in this situation, I'm trying to cover this case, he lied on Young Thug and said this.
He's a rat, right?
I didn't hear what you said it loud out.
I said you agree he was a rat?
If I found out the real, because y'all don't know, you know what I'm saying? Before I found out, it did look bad, and that was what I was initially saying. True indeed. But when I found out the real, that's not what it is. You got to go back and find out Thug told Cuz to do all this shit. So when everything is said, everything like that, go back and
Man, that's the corniest, goofiest little phrase. And everything like that. What the f do that mean? Same shit, loose coochie, let's be said. Everything like that.
literally listen to, understand the nigga Thug Cuz to go up there and do that.
I ain't the smartest man in the world, but I'm pretty sure that was a lie. I'm almost positive Thug didn't tell Woody to go in that interrogation room and tell those people those things, nor did he tell him to agree to get on the stand and testify against him so he can get out of that little bit of trouble that he was in. So just like a ton of people are telling the cop calling Crip in his comment section, it appears that he inserted himself into this situation. And now he's offended because they aren't letting him run his play. They aren't letting him run the narrative that he wants to run. And he felt like he would be able to do so because he had access to those recordings. So it's basically like, okay, if you ain't gonna let me run the story the way I want to run it, then I'm gonna tell everybody all of this stuff that you said about them. Of course, leaking these calls sparked more controversy, which led to more YSL members getting involved. And they all spoke the same sentiment when it came to Ceddy. That dude is an informant. He's a cop. He's a snitch. Whatever you want to call him, they were adamant about the fact that they feel like he works with law enforcement. That leads us to where we are right now. Ceddy is so upset at the backlash that he got from YSL about that and from the fans. He's not getting a good response from the YouTube community, the music streaming community. Nobody is rooting for Setty Nash right now.
Only suckers support that. Only a sucker. Oh my mouth. Just imagine anyone else openly support. Just look at this, bro. While we on the subject, just look at this, my nigga. Just think about it. This who he aligned himself with. Listen to this man describe himself, bro.
Thug, I love you. Nothing gonna stop me from loving you, but what you do from this moment forward. You knew not to come on this internet. You knew not to let Pee Wee Roscoe get on the internet and do what he did. You let Pee Wee do that. You let Pee Wee do that. And Pee Wee got you in all this stuff. Pee Wee got on the internet calling people rats. Pee Wee got on the internet saying all he said. Now guess what? He made people mad. People when they dig up the videos. Now people don't dig up the videos. You are what you are, buddy. You are official on the Woody and Charleston White team.
Charleston White took the stand and testified against his friend, Antoine Doolittle, who sat just a few feet from him and listened intently.
He pulled the hammer back on the gun.
And then what happened?
He fired it.
How can I help myself? Yes, I'm asking.
I
said, we can't, Woody, I can't make it any clearer.
The information I had, they want to hear it right now.
I mean, we can pass it to them.
I'm saying you can pass it to them. I'm thinking something gonna happen today.
What's gonna happen?
What's gonna happen?
Somebody's supposed to get killed tonight.
Now I'm just saying, this is the dude that silly, Setty, Fetty, Nasty Nash had the nerve to bring to the nightbud. Oh, my mama, that's ridiculous.
Everybody is like, bro, why are you so invested in this situation? He keeps saying it's because they diss me. Well, they said these things about you after you said things about them. You don't get a free pass to talk about people just because you a reporter, nor do you get a free pass to say the wrong information about people just because you feel like you can come back and clean it up. I told y'all this is his thing. He'll call you a snitch and then he'll double back and say, oh, no, I got it wrong. In this case, he wanted to say Woody was a snitch. Then he saw he could benefit and he wanted to say, oh, I got it wrong. But now he got to say Young Thug told Woody to do it. But Thug ain't clearing that comment. So he just finds himself deeper and deeper and deeper. At this point, he done just lashed out crazy. Let me tell y'all. Well, I ain't going to tell y'all. Let y'all hear what Ceddy had to say.
Jeffrey Williams Sr. doesn't like Setty Nash for a couple of reasons. Don't worry, it's all going to be laid out. As I told you, I wouldn't let the cat out of the bag unless people directed it towards me. So let's get to it, because now I'm going to have to come after you and I'm going to make a lot of people basically dislike you. This is my job right now.
Now that comment was extremely lame. I'm going to make people dislike you.
You took the words out my mouth, Brother Blake, but I was going to say corny. That is just corny. There is nothing masculine. There was nothing crippling about that. Well, it's actually crippling, not cripping. It's corny.
But that tells you exactly what Ceddy's agenda is. He's doing all of this because he wants to hurt the YSL brand. He want to hurt Young Thug. He want to hurt Young Thug daddy. He is highly upset that he did not get this Young Thug interview. But as I've told you guys on several occasions, these bloggers, they get to a certain level and it's no longer about blogging and bringing you the content. They start trying to weaponize their platforms. They feel like they so big that anybody who won't go along with what they pushing, they try to weaponize the platform against them and put out a bunch of content just to make people not like a person. Now, I do the expose thing too, but it's not with the intent. I'm not doing this so you can dislike Ceddy or hate him or stop watching him, nor 1090 Jake. I'm just showing y'all who these people really are, and then you can make a decision about what you want to do based.
Unless you made this before, I thought we had a call to action on Jake the Fake Snake to unfollow. Got to stay consistent, Brother Blake, unless this was before that.
On that on your own. I'm just giving you the insight. I understand that not everybody cares about the streets. Not everybody cares about who's snitching. Not everybody cares about a person not caring about who's snitching. So I'm not going to tell you what to consume, but I do feel like these guys do a lot of faking and lying like he's doing right now, trying to play the victim in this situation when you could have just not covered the YSL trial at all. Or if you felt like you weren't getting the results that you wanted to get out of it, you could have just left it alone. But instead, you went further and further and further to involve yourself in this trial. Now, I personally believe all of this is for shock value to get views, but it's stooping to an extremely low level to say something like this.
Young Thug's daddy doesn't like how we started off the trial, the reading the freaking Rico, and all of that crap. People like Young Thug Dad believes that he's supposed to have a say-so, even though he's a failure as a father and a failure as a grandfather. Your sons all have felonies. Your grandson will have...
Wow, he sound like Charlie Kirk with that bullshit rhetoric, Hassandra Cambada. Yeah, he fit to that corny category for sure. He's with them queerdos.
Have a felony. That's failure. You are a walking bad black statistic. It just is what it is.
Now, I gotta stop it right there. I ain't gonna play the whole thing, but I'm gonna call this out right here out the gate. As I said, I'm not trying to tell y'all that you shouldn't watch Setty Nash. If you want to continue to watch Setty, that's cool. But at what point is it cool to start disrespecting kids? Like, these are the same guys who get on here and tell us dissing the dead is a bad thing. They condemn these rappers for dissing the dead. But you dissing a kid. You targeting this man's kids because he won't give you an interview. You targeting this man's kids because his father said you work for the system when you literally work for the system.
Boom, boom, boom.
You've told us on countless occasions that you work with and for lawyers. We see you riding around hanging with YSL Woody, who was an active informant and also a government witness. But in any case, you could have responded to all of this without bringing the kids into it. I personally wouldn't think you should. I don't think you should have disrespected his father, but he a grown man. He's speaking. He can speak for himself. But to mention the kids, bro, to say, oh, your grandson's going to be a statistic. I got to keep it real. Part of me knows that you are trying to say the worst thing that you can say about Young Thug to get a reaction from him.
Cuz probably ain't got no kids. Cedric, or does he? Y'all know, do Cedric got kids?
He dropped a diss song, didn't say your name at all. He not even mentioning you on no level. So you are doing everything you can do to get a response, Doc.
Right, he come here talking about Young Thug. Jeffrey's dad don't like me. He happy that the man don't like him. Oh, wow.
Directly from him. What that's telling us is that you clout chasing. And we see that you so willing to do anything for the clout that you would diss a kid. You would disrespect a kid. Now, in my mind, this is the same as 16 shot him. Yeah, you know, because them PDFs, they start off with that type of, when you don't have respect for children, that's where your mind leads you to. At the same time, it makes me question, where do viewers draw the line? Because I see some people saying, oh, Ceddy, you going too low, don't do that. But sometimes, man, when you take the gloves off, you can't put them back on. This man, I don't feel like targeting kids and crimes against kids, that's not stuff that you can just apologize for. You can't just say, all right, my bad, I was wrong. And, you know, because you did it already. So Ceddy is so upset that he is willing to speak on Young Thug's kid, who is not even an adult. Yeah, he's going to be a felon. You wishing ill on this young man's life just because you upset with his grandfather.
Charlie Kirk type work.
The father is completely ignoring you. But that leads me to my next point. Ceddy, your brother is a felon. You are not a felon because you are a cooperator, but your father has a history. So it's like, what does that say about your own family? Do you look at them as failures and bad black statistics? Is that how you view your own family? And then we just got to call a spade, man. You called the police on your brother, bro. People can see that. It's public information. Ceddy would like y'all to believe that this document is fake. Many people have approached him and said, hey, when you going to show your paperwork? What's up with that? And he keeps responding saying that the paperwork is fake. So I did a live video where I took y'all to the website and showed y'all that it was real, authentic paperwork. I got it from a website. All right, so this is the site right here. This is the site.
For anybody that want to go get this paperwork or any other paperwork. Yeah, no, facts. You can find this shit. No, this ain't on Pacer. This ain't on Pacer. It's on it's PD City of Sacramento CA.nextrequest.com. If you just put in Sacramento Police, if you put in Sacramento Police Department for you, it'll take you to this website. Oh, y'all know this shit authentic. I'm just documenting this for, you know, the sake, I guess that's what you would say. How can I make this up? Look at this. This is a real website, bro. So you telling me all of this right here is fake? I just doctored all of this up to be able to have some paperwork on you. How can I make this up though, bro? Y'all see this? These the actual requests right here. How can I make this up? Check it out, though. Look at this. This is a whole website, y'all. I made this just to get Ceddy. Y'all see this? Y'all know how much work it would go into making something like that? Just that one screen right there. Y'all know how much work would go into that?
Silly, Setty, Fetty, Nasty Nash.
Catherine Lester, Chief of Police. It got the Sacramento Police Department address on there, they website. How would I know to put this CAD call number and stuff up there? How do I get all of this information that links directly back to you and your situation, bro? He's saying that is, look at this though. I want y'all to see this right here. See this part? Factual circumstances. Officers responded to the location regarding a call of a traffic accident due to someone pointing a vehicle out of the window and firing. The suspects were located and arrested and charged with multiple charges. 40 caliber pistol. Now, what Ceddy is banking on, is y'all being so stupid that y'all think that this is all fake because there's a typo in the paperwork. I didn't type the paperwork. Sacramento PD typed it. It's always typos in paperwork.
Especially in police reports and things of that nature. It happens all the time. That's how we got this whole controversy of CS2 back on McElroy.
Right or wrong, though. It say if somebody pointed a vehicle out of the window and he like, oh, that paperwork fake. So what I decided to do was come to the actual website. And what I'm also going to do in this video today is post the link to that website in the comment section. So anybody who wants to go request a copy of this paperwork is free to do so. Now, Ceddy insists that the paperwork is fake, and he said that we should put our channels on the line to determine if it's true or not. I'm with that. So if Ceddy says out of his mouth that he is with that, then we can do that. And if the paperwork is fake, I'll delete my channel. If it's real, he has to delete his channel. Sounds fair to me. With that said, I'm going to wrap this one up. We ain't playing no games with the cop calling Crip. We ain't finna keep letting you slide talking about this paperwork fake. And what type of grown, almost 40-year-old man disrespects somebody's kid, somebody that he's never met, somebody he's never had a physical altercation with, somebody that he don't even know? What type of man disrespects some kids, bro?
PDF type kid, cats.
It is what it is, though. Leave me a comment and let me know what y'all think, man. Like, comment, subscribe.
It's your boy Byron Blake. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm out.
Suck my fingers when they take me a flick. 30 or better when we load up clips. Cup get low, this bitch know that I'm lit. Tryna fire out this wood but can't find my bitch. Tryna for the deuce, I get a new bitch. Michigan logos, that mafia shit. Box, Chevy on foes with the pipes on that bitch. It don't get no better than this. It's that mafia shit. Nah, it don't get no better than this. I'm the truth, nigga, get off my dick. I'm a mafia crib. Michigan logo on the back of the whip. Michigan logo on my flesh. Boy, this shit to the death. Don't wanna slide, then I'm straight to the neck. Ask for a bag, then I'm straight to the set. My cup on full with a gang of my wet. You wanna beef with the set? Bring the gang of your best. From the big to the little, from the babies to the tiny. Infants to the newborns, with the loafs when you find them. From the players to the hustlers, even the non-affiliates. He ain't from the hood, but he was born in it. Blood blue in my veins, I'm born with it. Daddy, uncles, brothers, and cousins, they did it. Since a kid, I grew up seeing crippin', no cap. Michigan jersey, this a throwback. Ain't gotta holler mafia, they know that. Chunk my fingers when they take me a flick. 30 or better when we load up clips. My cup get low, this bitch know that I'm lit. Tryna fire out this wood, but can't find my bitch. Tryna for the deuce, I get a new bitch. Michigan logo, that mafia shit. Box, Chevy on foes with the pipes on that bitch. It don't get no better than this. It's that mafia shit. Top off the Remy Martin, I hit my target. These bitch ass niggas ain't got me started. A push of a button and I can start it. He ain't take the deal, cuz 40. Spark that pistol the first night I bought it. Chunking my fingers when they take me a flick. Yeah, that. It's a Chevy sounding just like a Hellcat with 2 pipes on it. I said it, I stand on it. Off the bat, like I'm from the 40s. What you know about gold trophies? Gold chains and gold lands on me. Only politic with real homies. I know all my big homies. Who put the hood on the mat, hopping out a scat pack. All blue hat there say Bayman. The motherfucking truth. Why the fuck would I make it up? We be putting belt to ass. Them niggas don't play with us. They hit me up and I'ma holler mafia crib. On the count of 2, take my flick. Yeah, that. Chunk my fingers when they take me a flick. 30 or better when we load up clips. My cup get low, this bitch know that I'm lit. Tryna fire out this wood but can't find my bitch. Tryna for the deuce, I get a new bitch. Michigan logo, that mafia shit. Box, Chevy on foes with the pipes on that bitch. It don't get no better than this. It's that mafia shit. Yeah, that. Big hands, double speed, that. Mafia crib. Tell me which one, I'll say all of them. Yeah, that.
They told me it was family only, but Craig was my nigga. That was my brother, bro. Hey, when I started my first club in Bakersfield, Craig said, Stacy P, I'ma give you the money. Make sure my name is on the flyer. And we did that. Craig Hunter, hey, bro, I love you. I love you, bro. I don't even want to, like, put you in the grave right now, man. But we gon' do this shit, though. On East Side! East Side, Mid-City Crib!
Yeah, neighborhood Nip Hustle. Giving a shout out right now to SPR in the streets. My niggas Spot Low, y'all already know what it is. Source and Neighborhood Nip Hustle. Big shout out to SPR, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.